Hey guys, Jeremy from thetruthaboutguns.com here. I was out in the woods of Idaho, as usual, shooting my Tavor, and I thought I'd show y'all this sight that I've been using. This is a Prism sight from Primary Arms. It is a fixed 2.5x zoom, and it uses their ACSS reticle. That's Advanced Combined Sighting System or Advanced Combat Sighting System, depending on who you ask. But I love that reticle, and I have it in, I think, 4 different optics now, because it allows you to very easily and quickly get accurate range measurements on targets, and it also has the holds in that reticle so you can hold over for out to, in some cases, 800 yards. So let's do a little shooting and I'll try to give you a view of what it looks like behind the scope here as well. So with 2.5x zoom, you can shoot with both eyes open. I'm not good at that. Some shooters are really great at that. So if I have more zoom up over 3.5x, and there's a lot of Prism sights at 4, around that range, I'm not so great at doing 2 eyes open, which is much a faster way to shoot. I can see the range and I can see what's in this sight. I have no problems in this case doing that. I can move around targets, both eyes open. Reticle, very, very clear. You know what, let's switch the camera around, show you what it looks like.
All right, if you've ever tried to record through a scope, you know it is not easy, but that's our view downrange. As you can see, it is zoomed in. 2.5x from the surroundings there. And the glass is pretty clear. Another thing to note is that as I move around behind the gun here, that reticle stays dead on, exactly on target downrange, which means this thing is true zero parallax. Even on full brightness, the reticle stays nice and crisp. Hopefully my cell phone is actually keeping it that way. In real life, it's certainly crisp.
The targets can be adjusted just by using the cap, sticking the edge in and then turning it left or right. You can also use the rim of a cartridge, of course. Brightness adjustment is here. 11 settings. And on this point, apparently you can mount a reflex sight or something else using that as a mounting location for an additional backup optic. This optic is standard height for an AR-15. But keep in mind that you can't co-witness with iron sights through this because of that 2.5x magnification. That front sight just isn't visible. The first time I took this thing out to the range, these 2 bolts on the bottom on the mount did actually loosen up on me and the optic was wiggling. I would recommend either tightening them down, or what I did was taking them out, putting some blue Loctite on them just a little, putting them back in and torquing them. Well, that's it for the video on the Primary Arms 2.5x Prism sight with ACSS reticle. I do like it. It has been on this rifle for a long time. I don't really see changing that out. Obviously, the price point of these Primary Arms optics is really, really competitive, but the quality is as well. Shoot over to T-Tag for the written review to see photographs, good photographs through this optic. You can see how clear and nice that glass actually is. We've seen a lot of torture testing of these Primary Arms and Holosun sights, and they hold up really well. I mean, they punch way, way above their price level, and that's why I own, I think, 4, maybe 5 if you count a Holosun or 2. Nothing bad to say except for, on this one, those 2 bolts in the bottom of the mount were not tight enough from the factory. Thanks for joining me out in the woods. Like and subscribe if you would, and I'll see you guys out here, hopefully, next time.